Alrighty, everybody, we're back to Robocop Rogue City, and the game kind of hit the reset button and replayed the scene. Now we've returned from the hospital, we've saved our partner, and now we just have to walk around the precinct and see if there's anything else to do before we go to the holding cell. We'll do that very briefly and see if anything unlocks, any other quests or anything. Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes it's happened, sometimes it hasn't, right? Here we go. Nothing there, nope. Nothing going on in any of these rooms. He sure has a lot of power strips under his desk. I'm just looking. Look at that. Is it like 3 power strips? Ha ha ha! Dude, he's got 4 power strips under his desk. Does he really need that many? I wonder what... I wonder why they did that. I wonder if that's like a joke in the studio. How many power strips do you think we could hide under this desk and people won't say anything? Right? Right? Alright. Okay. Okay, let's go downstairs, I guess, to the holding cell. Oh, wait, the holding cell. You mean the debrief? Didn't we already debrief? Now I'm confused. Anyway.
The governor of Wyoming reconnected the water supply in his
Oh, we
state
already heard this.
after it was examined.
Yep.
The likelihood of death after drinking it.
We already heard this. We had heard some of this stuff last stream, and I guess the game didn't save any of it. We basically got to start it over. Okay. So there's nothing down there. There's the firing range. Well, there's no one at the firing range for once. Yeah. No one in the cells down here. All right. Let's go back up. Right? Okay.
Oh my God, Lewis is back. Hey, Steph, how's my...
Oh, we already heard this.
Looks like an elephant took a dump on an ostrich egg.
That's what he looks like.
Also noticed the synergy with my
So did we do this too? Oh, we did do this. We have to do this all over again. Aw, man, because we already did the evaluation, remember? And then they said that the psychiatrist is in trouble. We did the phone call. None of that saved. That sucks. That sucks that none of that saved. I guess we got to get our points back. Here we go. We got to do all this back again. There was some note about Wendell Antonowski we never found. I don't know where the hell that was in the prison. At least we did get an A ranking, though, right? And then he says, where's the psychiatrist? Where is she? Well, we don't know. And then you find out she has to talk to you on the phone. So you go talk to her on the phone, and that's where you get your next mission, so...
Antonowski escapes from a high...
Hi, Jasper. I was just telling everyone about you. That you were so enamored with those animals in the backyard, buddy. Yeah, a lot of animals out there today, right? Very good. Okay, Vitality. We're maxing Vitality. Because this is going to give us auto regen up to 75% of health, which is supremely good. That is really, really good. Right now, it was only going up to 20. And now I think what we should do is armor. Yeah, start doing an armor ability. For damage reduction. Sweet.
Security prison. Now the cops are thinking about going on strike. What happens if some dangerous criminal breaks out from the cells downstairs?
Okay. Thank you. Mario White says, cute cat. I agree. Jasper is super cute. He ran away again, though. He got his pets. He came in, he got some pets. He ran out the door. He went right back. I bet you want to go right back to the backyard now. What a nut. You know, I never even looked at this. Theodore assault 1 officer, be cautious. Berg suspects. Information about suspects. Someone steals car radios at night. Watch out. Officers out of... What the fuck does that say? Officers out of work? Officers attacked last week. 76. Caution. Might be armed. Dart scores. Main offenses. Theft, burglary, fights, and drugs. Shoplifters. Amanda Brown, Josh Smith, Steve Walker, and 2 names crossed out. Priority for Amanda Brown. Graffiti. That's interesting. They have like a chalkboard with information. I never even looked at that. Haha. Jander says, the best thing I like about Jasper Kitty is his white socks. Yes, that his paws look like he's wearing socks. I know, it's very cute. Alright, so we gotta call Dr. Blanche again, and this will initiate the next mission. Sorry for the 5-minute redo, everybody. The game didn't autosave. The game is an autosave
Dr.
game.
Blanche.
Thank you for returning my call. I don't know what to do. Who to trust.
What seems to be the problem?
My research that I was conducting on you. It's gone.
Yep.
All the data that I collected is missing from the precinct.
Because OCP, man.
Someone felt comfortable stealing my computer. They may come after me once they realize that most of my records are on paper. OCP has been adamant about me keeping all the records on my computer, but I don't trust technology and I don't trust OCP. I keep most of my records with me in my notebook. I don't know who to turn to, except you.
Where are you now?
Home.
You are not safe there. Meet me at the Star Motel.
Yes, I know the place. I'll meet you there. Thank you.
Report your findings. This is where we had left off, so here we go. Oh.
I'm not leaving here.
Yeah, this is where we had held off.
Sir, can you please calm down?
I'm a respectable citizen. I won't be treated like this.
Murphy, you busy?
Alright, so what is this?
This guy's really a handful. Do you mind taking over?
Hey, don't talk about me like I'm some kind of problem. The real problem is that one of you ignored my call for help.
Sir, none of our dispatchers would do such a thing as receive a call and not act upon it.
So maybe the next thing you're gonna tell me is that I wrecked my own fish shop.
Plenty of people attempt insurance fraud.
How dare you? My family has been serving that neighborhood for generations. You should know that I have many offers to buy out the shop. But I would never sell out to OCP, unlike you lot. I need to speak eye to eye with the man who ignored my call this afternoon.
Just a moment, sir. Murphy, I think it's your new buddy who's been on dispatch duty today. Could you check this matter with him?
Oh, great. Oh, great. Let's ask why he ignored the call.
Something's going down in
Jesus.
the locker room. Let's check it out.
Fucking scared me. Something's going on in the locker room. What's going on in the locker room? Oh, this is well, Miss Estevez. This is the officer. Looks like she's trying to be recruited by private security. We read that last time. Okay. What's this?
It was you sitting on your ass in dispatch when my cousin called the police. He got shot because no officer showed up.
Uh-oh.
It appears there's a technical problem. I reported it to OCP.
You see? He said it himself. That little snitch reports everything to OCP to undermine our efforts.
That's not right. I answer all...
Yes, it's not right, and you'll answer for that. Put him up.
I ain't gonna fight you. We're police officers.
No, you got that all wrong. You never were and never will be part of this team, because you're not a real cop.
Wow.
You may fool some of us, but I can smell a rat a mile away.
Empathic reply. That is enough.
Attacking a fellow officer is a violation of the law. I will not allow it.
Of course you won't. You're both OCP's puppets covering for each other. This is bullshit!
Come on, Steph. Let's just go.
Whatever, man.
Your stress level appears to be high. I recommend using a health pack.
I'm guessing you're not here just to check my vitals. Can I help?
There has been a complaint about police ignoring calls.
You mean other than this one? I had a feeling something was wrong with the switchboard. Can you meet me in the dispatch room? I want to show you what I mean.
So the whole board's fucked up. What happened to it?
I think the problem started when OCP brought new equipment in. I mentioned to the technicians that I thought something was wrong with this switchboard, but they said not to fuss, as this stuff is top of the line. Maybe you could have a look at it?
It's probably all junk. Yep. Unauthorized modification. Handset is in working order. In order. In order.
You found something?
This cable looks out of place.
Yeah.
I will see where it leads.
Look. Turn on.
Police, what's the emergency?
Hello? I just called, and I believe someone hung up on...
Okay, just remain calm. Officers are on their way and we'll be with you shortly.
I haven't even finished my last sentence, and you...
Thank you for contacting the police. Stay safe.
So who's doing that? Why would they be doing that?
So, any luck finding what's wrong with it?
The switchboard has been tampered with. Calls are being patched through to a concealed answering machine.
That's seriously messed up. But it's definitely not all the calls. I've been receiving a pretty decent share of them. But have a look at this. I marked the map with all the calls I've answered this week.
One entire district seems to be completely empty.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's that rundown neighborhood. We need to find out what's going on over there.
An opportunity presented itself. There is a victim from there awaiting an apology.
Okay, let me take care of that. I'll tell you what I find once I'm done.
So for some reason they're screening
I
calls
can't undo
only
the
in a certain
injustice you suffered,
district.
but I want to make it right. I'd like to start by visiting your store. Maybe I could take your statement there so I don't keep you here any longer.
Finally, someone who's hearing me out. I want to see you by the end of the day. Otherwise, this matter goes straight to Mayor Kuzak.
Once I finish my dispatch duty, I'll come right over.
Good. Good. I can take my leave now.
It's the perfect opportunity to check out the area and learn what the locals know, don't you think?
I agree.
If you're not busy with your other duties, maybe you could join me there?
Sambuca says, you know you want a dog, Phil, dog lover here. Well, it's like I say, my wife and I don't think we're opposed to having a dog. I think Kat and I would enjoy having a dog. There's a dog walking park behind the house. I mean, would it be a little bit more work than having Jasper? Yes. Dogs are more work than cats. They just are, okay? We know that. But right now, with the way that Jasper is, I don't necessarily think that this would make sense. I feel like Jasper is, again, he's the kind of cat that he absolutely wants all the attention for himself. And if we were to get a dog, he would be very upset that we're splitting the time between him and the dog. Any time we spend with the dog, he'd be pissed. And he'd probably act out. He'd probably do bad things, you know. Probably poop and pee in places he's not supposed to. Try to tear up things he's not supposed to just because he wants that attention. He's craving. He's not getting it anymore, right? If he were a more laid-back cat, if he were that style of cat, we probably would get a dog. I'm being honest. I think we would. But I just feel like he's just not that kind of pet, you know. Maybe in the future, you know, we'll look into it. But for now, I mean, same thing, like, we don't want to get a bird. We don't want to get a small rodent-style animal. Like, I've had hamsters before. We talked about it. Like, nah, probably not a good idea. You're going to put him in a bad position where he's going to feel like that's a prey animal, and then he's going to misbehave, right? So, kind of the same reasoning here. Anyway, we just got the shield ability. Reduces received damage by 80% for a short time. I wonder how that's going to work. Okay. Jasper is now running all over the house. So is that it? Objectives. Report your findings. Oh, we're supposed to do this? Report our findings? Well, what's this? Fishy situation. So we can actually... Hold on. We can do this? We can leave and do a side mission that's not related to the main mission? That's weird, no? The only thing I'm nervous about is if I don't want to miss out on anything. So I'm thinking maybe what we should do is do this first since it's at the station, right? Let's do this first because it's at the station. We might as well do it before we leave. Because once we leave, maybe we could do different things depending on what more we unlock. Unless, see, here's the thing. If we do this, does this lock us into more plot and then we can't do the side quest? Because I'd like to do the side quest. But I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like if we do this, maybe this will give us our next major objective that we can do. I don't know. I'm confused. Alright, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should just do the side quest just to be sure we can do it and it doesn't get timed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if we go to the next plot point and then we're forced to do that plot point and then we can't go back and do this? So I guess we should try this. Nope. Well, we got our answer. We can't do it now even if we wanted to. There you go. We got to go do the main objective first. All right. Well, at least the game is clear on that. Now I'm not confused anymore. So let's go do this. Okay. Here we go. Nice briefing.
Murphy, you're here. Let's start with what you found out at that prison.
I will show you somewhere private.
I think I've got the place.
The new OCP project is what will make this possible for you. But I wouldn't want to leave you empty-handed. So let me at least give you this. The project's called Afterlife.
Afterlife? So someone in OCP is working with Wendell on another big project?
If not Becker, then who?
Sorry to disappoint you all, you ungrateful fucks. You didn't think I'd find you here, did you? Since I'm already here, entertain me. If I'm no longer your suspect, then who is?
I mean, we're all thinking it, so I might as well say it. What if it's the old man?
Ha! You've got some balls to even mention something like that. Nevertheless, good luck. Even if it's true, he's untouchable. Unlike you, I've got some work to do. Final preparations before the expo. So wish me luck.
Good luck.
Becker's right. We can't just go on accusing people without proof. What else is there?
Seems that Wendell found himself another gang to work for him.
What do we know about them?
Guns for hire. He's paying a lot for their services. They're supposed to be very computer savvy, real high-tech shit.
Dr. Blanche mentioned her computer was hacked.
Then I think we found ourselves a new lead.
Murphy, I want you to pursue this.
I will pay Dr. Blanche a visit.
All right, everyone dismissed.
There we go. So now we can probably do the two missions. Partner.
You're not going anywhere.
But Sarge!
I need you here. That's the end of the discussion.
So he probably doesn't want her to get hurt again. Have I ever thought about getting a snake? So it's funny you mentioned that. We had talked about this like a month or two ago. So, you know, at one point my wife and I had talked about getting other pets. And we looked into it. And we actually went online, and there's a lot of different instructional information about...
Mayor Cusack wants to talk to you. He's waiting in Reed's office.
I guess we're gonna go do that. There's a lot of different online stuff, instructional stuff about pets and the like. And so we ended up going to this video about snakes in general, and then it actually talked about specific kinds of snakes. And there's this guy, and he's like, yes, you know, I own several snakes. I'm almost like a lifelong snake owner. I know a lot about it, and here's what you need to know, and here's the basics. And he goes, oh, it's not that hard to have a snake. And then he goes into detail about what you need. He's like, so you need this kind of a hide and this kind of a hide, and they hide between the two. You need a temperature differential between this one and this one. You need to make sure it's on this and this. Look, here's the temperature monitor. You need to keep this at this level. And then you have to do this and this and this. And he's doing it. And we're like, wait a minute. He said this was simple? I was like, dude, this is the opposite of simple. This is like way complex, like super complex. And we're like, we're realizing if we were to have any kind of a reptile, not only would we have to like painstakingly study, but we would have to like be constant testing, maintaining, doing all these crazy things for the reptile. And we're like, you know, the whole idea kind of having a pet, if you're gonna put a lot of effort into it, is that you're gonna get to spend meaningful time with it. You can't really spend meaningful time with a reptile. Like, you're supposed to not even handle them that much. You know what I mean? Like a turtle, you're never supposed to really touch. Lizards only sparingly when you need to. Snakes, you can learn how to handle them and touch them a little bit more. But even then, you know what I mean? Like, and plus then you're thinking, wait a minute. If we were to have a reptile, now we would need to have like bugs in the house, right? Crickets and stuff, or dead mice, and have to eat dead mice. Like, oh. So, no. After doing that research and realizing how much work it was going to be and how complex it would be, we were like, nah, I don't think so. So, okay.
You called?
I did, Frankenstein.
No, wow.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but the election is days away. The future of this city is at risk. That's why I wanted to be blunt with you. I want your support. Just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. Is it money? Do you want me to pay you?
Oh my God.
I will remind you, Mr. Mayor, that bribing voters is illegal.
Duh.
But if that's what it takes, you know as well as I that we can't have OCP rule this city. I may have overheard that there are some serious accusations pointed at the old man himself. What more do you need to know to support me?
I will think about it.
Sure. Take your time, but not too much time. The election is in 2 days.
It's just messed up because neither candidate is good, right? Both of them want to win no matter what. Although, I would say this mayor seems like he is more towards helping the people. I think that's because he just doesn't trust OCP and he feels like it is his best interest.
We're killing ourselves to put those bastards behind bars, and the next thing you know, they're back on the streets. Why even bother?
Don't get yourself down. Nothing really changes. We're still gonna be chasing after the bad guys.
Now that Becker has his robots, do you really think so? You better stop being so naive and join the strike.
They found out about the robots that attacked Robocop. That's right. But yeah, like, I get it. Like, each side, like, one guy totally is for OCP and the other guy isn't. But both of them are corrupt. Like, one of them is trying to bribe you. You know what I mean? Like, neither of them are good. And those are your only two options. I feel like this is real life. I seriously do. In real life, it's the same shit where frequently the options you have for politics, like political figures, neither of them are good. Like, why would you want to vote in an election where both major candidates are not good people, right? So what do? Vote for the lesser of two evils? Like in this case in the game, do you vote for the one guy who seems like he wants to help but refuses to, like, do it independently and says he's, like, pro-OCP? Or do you support the other guy who's anti-OCP but he's corrupt too? Like, I don't know. Is there even a better of two evils here? Right? Does it even matter? Okay. It is. I agree. It's like a realistic thing going on in the right. There's never really, like, good and bad. It's more like several shades of tarnished gray, and which is the lesser of the two messed up situations, right? Like Joe Biden or Donald Trump? I mean, if you really want me to speak on that, yeah, both are terrible. They were both terrible presidents. Both Donald Trump and Joe Biden did an awful job with this country. They both did. That's my opinion. Each one left the country in shambles in different ways. And each one was bad. So it's like, what's next? Oh, well, now we want Trump to run again. It's like, no. You just can't win with this country, man. You can't. You can't win with this country. You can't. But let's continue.
Let us hope I will not be slowed down by another cheering crowd.
So, the preparations for the election are in full swing, huh?
Fortunately, I am just by the hotel.
Good. Keep me posted.
Alright, will we have new stuff coming up? Oh. Yeah. So, this guy's shop is back here, apparently. Okay. See, I could talk about this political stuff, but I don't want to. This is a gameplay stream of Robocop. It's funny because it's a political thing that ties in with the game for sure. But I don't want to get into it because then people will be upset that I talk about politics. People don't like that. Maybe one day we'll talk politics, but it won't be today.
Just look at that.
What's going on now?
Murphy, good to see you. Multiple armed suspects have taken over the store.
What?
We gotta be careful. They got the owner inside.
What the fuck?
I am going in.
This poor guy.
You need backup.
Empathic reply, you're going with me.
Remember your field training, Officer Washington.
I won't let you down.
You guys go ahead.
All right, let's do it.
I'll secure the perimeter.
Oh, it's the mayor's poster. Maybe he actually knows him.
Into the fish shop. All right.
Let's get him!
You really know your stuff.
You really know your stuff. Yes, I really know how to pop heads. You're right.
Let's get him!
So I have a shield ability now. What is that? It's B, the B button. Damn, that was a death throes animation there. Bam!
They stand no chance
Killed
against
himself.
you.
Dropped a grenade. Very nice. Imagine Robocop in Fallout. That'd be badass. I'm sure people have already done that with mods. I'm sure he's been in Fallout. 100% sure. If they put Macho Man Death Claws, I'm sure they have Robocop in Fallout.
What for?
The full auto is insane with this gun.
That'll teach him a lesson.
Oh, that'll teach him a lesson. He's dead. What did you just say? What an idiot. That'll teach him a lesson. Yeah, it'll teach him to join the afterlife. What a lesson. This is a pretty big shot.
Wreck my shop! Oh God! What will my father say? And the fish! All the fish are gonna go bad!
Why would this guy have incriminating documents and all kinds of stolen shit around his fish shop, right? Like, what's up with that? Alright, we're gonna keep going with armor now. Okay. Intervene.
Open the door and come out with your hands up.
Oh, shit, that's Robocop. Listen, you and your friends got it all wrong. You're not supposed to be here, pal. OCP doesn't butt into this hood's business. And you're police on OCP's money, so you better scram if you don't want trouble.
What I want is not important. What I need is your surrender.
That's great.
Well, how about batteries, huh? I'm sure you need those to stick them up your ass to keep that freak show running. I've got a hostage here, and I'll blow his fucking brains out if you try anything stupid.
Break the door. He's reloading.
Who's that?
Who's that? Yuck.
There ain't an ounce of respect in those perps. There's nothing sacred to OCP. But I was wrong about you. You definitely more human than any of them OCP hyenas.
That was intense.
Good job, Officer Washington.
Thank you, Robo.
That's it. Have a nice day, sir. Enjoy all the brains in your shop now, and you gotta clean that up, not me. I'm not the cleanup crew. Wow. Alright, cool. Now that guy has PTSD forever, says Felix the Maid. Well, I'm sure he'd rather have PTSD than be dead, so. Oh, I missed some fake money. Dude, this guy has some shady stuff going on. He had fake money, incriminating documents. Why do you have all that in his fish shop? What kind of a place is he running here? Are these salted fish or frozen fish? Frozen, right? It's supposed to be ice, I guess. They used to preserve fish in salt. Not to say that that was better. I mean, ice is definitely better than salt, right? Problem is, ice doesn't last.
Hey, Washington. That sounded like a proper gunfight. So how come you're still in one piece?
I had a partner who had my back.
Keep it up and I might just change my mind about you.
Asshole. That's an asshole.
I'll wrap this up, Robo. You can head back to the precinct.
Should we just quickly check over here to see if there's anything behind now that that's happened? I don't think there will be, but just in case. Nope, they blocked it off. Remember, this is where we met the old man earlier in the game? So now it's blocked off by a giant truck. Okay. Back to the city. We still have street crimes to solve. Do we have anything else? See, serve and protect, serve and protect. 3 street crimes. 3 street crimes to solve. I wonder if there's any other side quests in the city. We'll have to take a look. Thank you, Nikki Sparrow, for becoming a member. That actually is a valid new membership today. First one of the day. I appreciate that, Nikki. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And happy holidays to you. Welcome. We're off. Emerald Elk just did a super chat and says, random question. Did you ever play a Game Boy Color game called Wendy Every Which Way from the Casper franchise of 2001? Had fun mechanics. I didn't. First of all, I didn't own Game Boy Color. I had Game Boy Pocket. And basically, I owned Game Boy Pocket just to play Pokemon. That was it. I heard that Pokemon was very popular, so I bought a Game Boy just for that. And I literally owned that and like Tetris, and that was it. I don't think I had anything else. So, no, I never played that game, never heard of it. At that point, 2001, I was so heavily into fighting games, that's literally all I was playing. So, I definitely would have missed out on that one. So, they want me to check out over here. Huh? Oh, no. You can't park near a fire hydrant. Come on. This better not have been the same car from earlier in the game that did the same thing. Imagine if the same guy is getting a ticket again. What an asshole. Cyber Trail. So this is the main story. So let's not do that yet. Right? Let's just walk around town and look around, see what we can find. Look for random stuff. There might be some side quests and stuff popping up. Jade, I'm glad that you love this. I'm still really liking the game. I am. Should we go? Here's what we'll do. Let's go straight. We'll go here. We'll go here. Then we'll go here to that one. We'll go upward. You know what I mean? Like, we'll do all this stuff and check out these areas. Yeah, I'm still loving the game. I mean, we're near the end now. I wouldn't be surprised if what we're doing right now is the last open world exploration in the game, probably. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, look, they're preparing for some kind of a political parade or something? Look at this. This is different. Huh.
I didn't know you were involved in politics. I don't give a shit about elections, but they give free food for handing out flyers.
There you go. Green Goblin says, will we ever bring back the festive Royal Rumble? Well, this year, I really didn't do much wrestling content at all, if you think about it. I didn't buy the new WWE. I don't think I did any... Did I do any Fantasy Rumbles in 2023? I don't even recall doing one. So, it just wasn't for this year, you know? This was a good year to separate from that stuff. Maybe we'll go back to it eventually, but I didn't have any desire to do it. I think we'll do it eventually, but it's good to keep it infrequent. That way, it's more special. You know what I mean? If I was doing it every year, it kind of loses its luster a bit. I really just didn't care for it this year at all. So, okay. Nothing going on here. I wonder if there are any side quests in the world in this map, or if it's just the serve and protect stuff and that's it. I guess we'll find out. How's Jasper? Of course he's doing well, Jade. He's been in and out of here. You might have seen him. He was on the podcast this morning, and that lighting is really having issues. Ugh. And that's why this is not a AAA game, man. That's not good. Yikes. Too late to get that chest now. If you haven't gotten it yet, can't get it. Drinking in public.
Drinking in a public place is against the law.
I'm not drinking. I'm drunk already. And I am home.
I will not issue a ticket. However, I recommend enrolling in the homeless help program.
I'm not homeless, so get out of my house.
Wow. I mean, the guy's already freaking homeless, so I really need to make his day worse. It's not like he's living in the best of times. You know what I mean? No one dipping their feet in the fountain this time. Okay. What the hell? Is that conscious? He's sitting there with smokes and a coffee, but he's barely conscious, right? What's this guy? This guy looks like he's trying to hold it in some turds. There's nothing going on. We're walking around. I'm not finding anything, right? It's a little disappointing. I feel like the open world was cool at the beginning, but now that we're nearing the end of the game, there's just not that much there anymore, right? I do hope we'll find another side mission. That would be nice, but if it's just the serve and protect stuff, that's going to be a little bit disappointing. It doesn't look like there's anything here. We're just kind of wandering around the areas we've already been that are already cleared, and there's like nothing here now. Man, if these poor people are homeless or whatever, I mean, there's no reason to ruin their day any further. They're already not having a very good life. But if they are disturbing the peace or they're messing with people and you know, making stuff miserable for others, then I feel like you got to do something about it. But, I mean, the guy was not bothering anyone. He's just sitting there drinking. He's like, this is my house. Like, that's sad. This park bench is your house. That's pretty messed up, right? Maybe I'm just a softie. But then again, I don't abide crime. Right, Jasper Kitty? That's right. He said meow. That's right. He knows. That's right. Alright. Well, not really finding anything, which is kind of disappointing. Isn't that what Seattle's like? Seattle's, man, it's a mix because it's sad. I do see homeless people out in the street, you know, doing stuff, and it's sad. But the weirdest part about that is the people who seem to be like the repeat shoplifters and stuff aren't those people. It's not like, oh, I'm down on my luck. It's like they live a lifestyle where now, because crime has become so common and basically doesn't get punished, they just want to live that lifestyle. I've become a klepto. I just want to steal because I can steal and get away with it. Right? Like, for example, oh, that might be something right there. Yeah, that might be something right there. I told you guys just a few weeks ago, I'm at the grocery store. I completely fill my shopping cart with groceries. I walk away for not more than 2 minutes to go grab something I forgot. I go back, the cart's gone. Where's the cart? Well, someone must have stolen that cart full of groceries. Now, I didn't pay for it yet, so it's not awful, but why would they have stolen a cart full of someone else's groceries, right? If you were going to steal groceries, would you not have gone in the store, picked what you specifically wanted, and left with what you could use? So what that tells you is that person who stole my cart and probably stole all that stuff had no intention of eating the food or doing anything with it. They just wanted to steal. And I think that's the problem. There's actually crime rings now that they are finding here in the Seattle area, where it's not they're not stealing for utility. They're stealing because it's a business now. They're finding like houses that are used as fencing operations. So you steal, you take the bus to this house, you drop off all the shit you stole for the day, they pay you some money, and then they go sell it off. And they're finding more and more of these in this area. It's actually becoming organized crime because the police don't stop it. And that's bad. So, yeah, there's a difference between I'm homeless, I need to steal some food for myself and my family, and I'm just someone who wants to continuously steal and get so good at it because no one punishes it here that there's organized crime and I make a living doing it. There's two completely different situations, you understand? I think this is a side mission, is it? Looks like it. What's going on here? A coroner? Medical examiner.
Hey, Robo, could you help us?
Yeah.
We're in quite a pickle.
All right. You're in quite a pickle. Hopefully Pickles isn't involved. Remember that guy?
We have here a dead campaign manager from Mills's office.
This case is urgent, but we can't get inside the vehicle to examine the corpse.
Why?
For some reason, the car is electrified. Now that everyone's on strike, there's no one to take care of it, and I don't want to end up like a well-done steak.
I am glad to be of help.
The car is electrified? How did they even pull that off?
If you can look around for clues afterwards, you know, you never can tell with the electricity.
Oh my gosh, so how did he die? We won't know till we can get this open. So how do we figure this out? Who killed Simon Page?
Bulbs are burnt out. Something must have caused a short circuit.
Huh. Okay.
I assume a failure of the Magnavolt system. I will look into it.
And if it wasn't for that, we'd have probably found the car on bricks and him and just his...
Oh, so this is the new security system. The Magnavolt. It electrifies the car, so if someone tries to steal it, they get electrocuted. Yeah.
Magnavolt is deactivated. It is now safe to investigate the car.
Great. But if you could take a look inside, just in case.
Gladly.
Okay. Strangled. Strangled to death with this rope. Look at that.
The victim was strangled. The rope was tied with a sailor's knot.
Not everyone can tie something like that.
Huh. What's that? Drugs?
There is an earring on the front seat.
An earring?
Could be helpful if we find out who it belongs to.
Alright, and he was making a phone call. How did he not drop the phone if he was strangled?
The deceased is holding the phone. The last number dialed is described as the office.
Was he calling his own office during the murder?
The phone, the
Certainly
earring, and
worth
a
checking.
sailor's knot. That's something to go on.
And the place itself is interesting. Less than 100 yards from the victim's office. I wonder why he stopped here.
I will go to the office to see if the victim left a message.
It's near the cinema on the 3rd floor. We need to finish here before we can join you.
Any witnesses?
Were there any witnesses?
There's that homeless guy across the street. He warned us about the current. He probably tried to steal something from the car.
And he got electrocuted.
But it's hard to get anything out of him. His hand is fried, but he says he doesn't want an ambulance.
He got fried,
Says
damn.
he can't afford it.
That sucks. Alright. OCP.
Why would OCP get involved in this case?
Not following politics, huh? The guy was Mills' campaign manager. OCP will do anything to get Mills elected.
Right, he's their stooge.
Yeah, if everyone hadn't been on strike, they would have brought the whole station down here.
Why did you not join the strike?
Why did you not join the strike?
I owe Reed a favor.
And you're too close to retirement to risk it.
But there's nothing keeping you here, Officer O'Neill, apart from making my life less bearable.
Well, somebody's got to watch your clumsy ass.
Okay.
I will let you know if I find anything in that office.
So there's an office and there's a witness.
We'll meet you there. And maybe we'll grab a burger on the way.
Not on my watch.
Hey, I thought we were partners.
There he is. His hand is fried. Is this the... Wait a minute. Is this the aliens guy again? No, it's not, right?
Like I told those cops, no ambulance. Just leave me be.
You tried to rob a corpse.
Now I am truly offended. Without me, these cops would have turned to ash. I should get a medal for it or something.
You avoided death. Take it as a sign to change your life. Start by helping me with this investigation.
Damn, are you a preacher in your spare time or something? We can talk. Just quit bugging me with your conversion bullshit.
What do you know about that car?
I know the guy who owns it. I mean, I knew him. He always stopped here to pick up this blonde gal. Real peach, I'm telling you. High class.
Describe the woman.
She likes jewelry, but she's not covered with it like a Christmas tree. She knows how to wear it. That much I can say.
Alright, we got a description of a suspect. Interesting. If I got a dog, what would we name it? I don't know. That's the kind of stuff we don't think about. Why are we gonna go that far when we have no intention of getting a dog, right? Alright, let's set this. So his office is down the street? Okay. Did you notice that everything's measured in meters in this game, even though it's the United States and it technically should be measured in feet? I don't mind that. I would prefer if the whole world used meters. I don't know why we use feet here. I think it's stupid. I would like a worldwide system, like the metric system. I think that would be fine. I hate being the odd ones out. I really do. Don't know why the United States has to be weird. Well, this place is nice. This is the only place we've seen in the game that's not, like, destroyed. Look. Desk and rent office lease. Here's another radio show.
The long-awaited execution of the war criminal Ernesto de la Diego ended in failure when his military supporters, Red Rat, staged a bloody protest. Ernesto was acquitted to prevent further bloodshed.
That's how it works, huh? Just acquit them, even though they're guilty. Perfect. Nothing around I can interact with. These are all like nice apartments.
Ugh, come on, please. Damn lock.
Uh-oh.
May I help you, officer?
I want to speak with someone from Simon Page's office.
Then you're in the right place. Agatha Crane, Simon's assistant. But I'm afraid we have to wait for Mr. Page if we want to go in.
Why?
A keycard issue. I have to recode them every week because Mr. Page has a thing about security. But sometimes newly encoded cards don't work. I call them unpredictable little things. They can ruin even the best schedule.
Mr. Page was murdered last night.
What? Oh God. That makes my schedule irrelevant.
Were you or anyone else in the office yesterday after Mr. Page left?
No. Mr. Page always stays late, and just the two of us work here.
Allow me to check the phones. Mr. Page called the office during his murder.
Of course. But first we need to get inside. Maybe you could help with the door.
I think I could help. Good to have you here today, Jade, as well. Because Jade, it's cool to see you today. I'm glad that you're here, Jade, hanging out with me. With the Robocop. We head towards the final segments. Hack the card reader or breach. Can I hack the card reader? Oh, I hacked it.
Follow me.
I didn't need to breach the door. Cool. Maybe we get a reward for hacking instead of destroying the door, right?
All calls go through my phone. It's on the desk on the right.
Why is there a fake ID card in here? What? It's so weird the things you find. Like what? Why am I finding a fake ID card? That's ridiculous. Bathroom. Oh no. The Detroit Post, the downtown news. Can't really read it. There's nothing in here. Check the answering machine.
You have no new messages.
Nothing there.
The phone on Mr. Page's desk is connected to his answering machine. It's the only one in this office.
Maybe he did not get a chance to record his message.
Mills speech pointers. Message to deliver. Delta City is right. 1. Make old Detroit look disgusting. Adjectives to use. Cramped, dirty, old, dangerous, dark. Evoke associations with crime, danger, and lack of perspectives. Number 2. Sell the idea of Delta City. Adjectives to use. Safe, secure, clean, bright. Evoke associations with a better life, bright future, and hope for more. Number 3. Link Mills to point 2 and Kuzak to point 1. Emphasize that Mills wants the good of the residents, and Delta City will bring that good. Interesting.
Did Mr. Page like to sail?
A sailboat?
It was one of his hobbies. I don't know who he sailed with, though. He kept me out of his private life.
Okay.
Organ selling and other ideas for making money?
The books were bought for show. Visitors don't look too closely, and making an impression is all that matters. Mr. Page's words.
So he never even read the books? Wow. Okay.
Receipts for gifts that Mr. Page gave during business meetings.
Okay. What's this?
Mr. Page's private schedule. Some of his meetings were so secret that he arranged them for himself. I didn't even know about them.
I would assume the computer screen, but we don't know the password.
Mr. Page's computer. I don't have access to it. Did you find any leads? You know, perhaps you should check out Mayor Kuzak's team, as the death of Mr. Page plays into their hands.
According to his schedule, Mr. Page often met with a person marked as G. In fact, they met yesterday.
G-Unit.
Oh, God. Could he be the murderer?
Do you know who that might be?
As I said, Mr. Page had a thing about secrecy. I wasn't allowed to view his private schedule, so I don't know all the people listed there.
What about his receipts? There was one for earrings. Who were they for?
For Gloria. Oh, God. Gee.
Oh, no.
Gloria.
Gloria Lindbergh, from Kuzak's campaign office. Mr. Page wanted her to change sides.
Do you know where she lives?
It's just a short walk from here. An apartment opposite the basketball court. I don't know the exact address.
So was he really wooing this Gloria in order to try to get her to change political sides? Was there another motive? Was there romantic involvement? At first, that's what they seemed like they were alluding to, seeing her earring in the car. But now it seems like maybe not. Maybe he was just trying to bribe her.
I am on my way to question her. In the office, there is an assistant of the deceased.
I'll keep an eye on this place till you get back. Kurtz will be here in a minute. He just went to get us a couple burgers.
So you're just gonna sit there eating burgers. Really hard work. Very nice. Alright, this is a cool, interesting side quest. Something different. Okay. How do I like the game overall? I like it. Like I said, this reminds me of like Deus Ex, where there's a ton of content to do, but only if you really look for it. If you're not looking, you can miss a ton of it, and you could just play through the main game. People are saying just the main game of this is 9 hours long, but here we are. At this point, this would be like hour 15, and climbing, you know. I guess upwards of 20 hours of content if you really explore. And some of these side missions are a little interesting. I like this mystery aspect. It's intriguing. What really happened? Did Gloria strangle this guy? Did something else happen? Was it a freaking romantic involvement? Was it because he was trying to get her to switch political sides? And then she actually was so loyal to the mayor that she murdered his ass. Like, we don't know what's going on. I like this. It keeps you guessing, right? Would I play Terminator Resistance? Well, wasn't that the game that this studio made before? I mean, I really like this game. I'm very much enjoying it. I don't know if... Oh. Nice. I don't know if I would play another game the studio made. Do you guys think that would be good? Weapon upgrade chick pass through plus 15%. Excuse me. Nuke. I mean, honestly, you guys would know better than me. Do you think it would be good? I've heard, like, some people were saying Terminator Resistance was good, but not as good as this. Like, this is the epitome of what this studio has done. And that's why a lot of people like this game and recommend it, right? I think it's pretty darn good. Again, is it AAA? No. But it's definitely enjoyable for what it is. Knock, knock. This must be her.
Are you Gloria Lindbergh from Mayor Kuzak's office?
So OCP is using less and less subtle methods to intimidate us. What do you want?
I am here to ask questions about Simon Page.
He's my political opponent. I have nothing more to say about him.
Mr. Page was murdered last night.
Oh. Too bad for him. I kind of liked him. So why are you here?
We have reason to believe that you are involved.
On what basis?
Clue, witness testimony.
A witness testified that you met with Mr. Page shortly before he died.
I was supposed to, for business. But Simon called my office and canceled the meeting.
The investigation demands that I search your apartment.
If OCP wants to frame me, you probably won't back off anyway, so come on in.
Now wait a minute. She's saying she didn't go? Is she saying someone else impersonated her and then murdered him? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's exactly what happened.
I always wondered if there was a man hiding under that shiny armor.
Kuzak's speech? So this is Kuzak's speech now. This is a speech from the other political side. Mission statement, save the neighborhoods. 1, what do neighborhoods mean to us? Emotions to evoke, nostalgia, solidarity, and homeliness. Real life story, memories of the smell of fresh bread wafting from the local bakery, neighborly help, and children carelessly playing in the street. 2, OCP destroys neighborhoods. Emotions to evoke, fear, rage, and a sense of injustice. Real life story, OCP allows criminals to ruin buildings, intentionally to make them lose value and allow like mine. It's interesting. Number 3, only Kuzak can save neighborhoods. Emotions to evoke, pride, desire for revenge. Get our neighborhoods back. No, find a way to make Kuzak stick to the script instead of talking through his hat. What the? Why on earth would she have a painting of a Japanese woman nude, roped up? Like that's something some like perverted guy or art dealer would own. Why would she have that? By the way, she has a marvelous bathtub. That is an amazing bathtub. What's this?
Is this a gift from Mr. Page?
Uh-oh.
He gave them to me when we met. He was probably trying to buy his way into my favor. I lost the second one.
Yeah, we know where it is. In the car.
I have a second glass if you want to loosen up.
What? You want to give Robocop wine? Apparently she's a Japanese aficionado, because look. She basically has this Japanese art all throughout her place.
I have a prescription for them. I can't fall asleep when I'm alone in bed.
Oh my god, what is going on? Why would she have all this? What a weirdo.
I lead a busy social life. It's not a crime, is it, officer?
A high volume of meetings. Is to buy more of this fucking weird art?
I have various hobbies. Sailing is one of the more innocent.
Wait a minute. She has a framed photo of herself sailing. Herself. Have you ever lived alone and had framed photos of yourself in your... What the fuck? I just looked at the bed. Oh my god. What is this? Rope?
Do you like it, officer?
Matches the one from the crime scene.
Strong hands can probably tie strong knots. So, am I under arrest? Maybe you want to cuff me?
Oh my god, she would like that, you weirdo. There's no basis for that. Be careful what you wish for. Having your freedom taken away is not fun.
Being restrained is exciting only for those who are truly free. According to Mr. Page's schedule, you met often. Too often for business meetings.
That doesn't make me a murderer. Simon contacted me a month ago. He wanted me to join Mills's campaign office. We slept together a couple of times, and there was something electrifying about it. Secrecy, his connections with OCP, the consequences if we were found out. And we were. His assistant figured it out. She must have reported us, and OCP killed him. They were afraid he might give me Mills's campaign details.
You claim that Agatha Crane knew about your affair.
Not only knew, but she blackmailed Simon.
Oh!
She's ambitious. She wanted to get a promotion out of it, but Simon fired her.
When was Agatha fired?
Maybe a week ago? You should talk to her, not me.
I intend to do that. Please stay at our disposal.
Another wrinkle.
Missing you already.
So, if we're following the plot line here, it's definitely either her, because we have a million pieces of evidence in here, like the rope, showing that it could have been her, right? Or it's Agatha, and Agatha dressed up to look like her to frame her. Maybe even got the same rope. Maybe even broke into this apartment and got the rope. Right? And, of course, we saw Agatha. I mean, that's where we just met.
Officer Neal, come in. Is the victim's assistant still with you?
O'Neill here. We have a problem locating her, but I can assure you she didn't leave the office. You'll see what I mean when you get here.
On my way. Keep Ms. Crane there and be careful.
So, basically, yeah, it's her. She's the orchestrator of the whole thing. She was blackmailing this guy when she found out about him cheating. Then she basically was maybe milking him for money and all kinds of stuff, and maybe it was drying up and he wasn't going to do it anymore. So then she decided to kill him and frame the other woman who she hates or something, right? Like, this is a very complex situation, a very complex story. Like I said, I like these investigations. These are interesting. Okay. So what happened? She didn't leave, but they can't find her? What does that even mean? Okay.
Where is Agatha?
A very good question.
When you left, I came inside to take her statement, but there was no one here. Kurt showed up soon after.
We've been looking for the lady ever since, but she's vanished into thin air. She couldn't have left the office without us seeing her, though.
We must find her. New evidence suggests that she is the murderer.
Yep.
Once again, let's just check every corner.
Is there some kind of a secret exit?
Just disappear.
How do we know that the missing lady is the one who did this?
She had a motive. She threatened to reveal Page's affair to get a promotion. He fired her instead.
I was going to say, is she in the ceiling tiles? I've told you all the story. When I was a kid going to a video arcade, this one kid was talking shit to other kids, and this one guy said, I'm going to be outside waiting for you in the parking lot. Now, the kid didn't want to get his ass beat, so he went into the bathroom, and he crawled up on the toilet into the ceiling tiles of the arcade. I guess he thought somehow there was an exit through the ceiling. I don't know why he thought that, but he hid in the ceiling and then got stuck up there, and they had to call the fire department to get him out. It was quite funny. There's got to be something around here. Maybe a button? Right, some secret. Ah! Button. Who's got the button?
A secret button hidden in the desk. This is getting more interesting.
As long as it's not red, I think we can push it.
The case of the mysterious disappearance solved. Now all we have to do is open that door.
It looks like she used a computer. Maybe we can find something there.
Okay. So, Carliga says these Insomniac leaks are insane. Fully playable build is available. All code, design, documentation on all projects till 2035. Sony sales data leaked and tons more. The biggest leaked ever. Larger than NVIDIA, GTA 6, heck, even Half-Life 2 leak. Yeah, I mean, that's insane. We talked about it on the podcast this morning. These leaks are wild because it's 100% these hackers had access to everything, and we don't know how they got that kind of crazy access. It's unprecedented, and it's awful. It really... What the hell? I guess we're going to find the OCP chest down in the secret room. I just looked on the map. Yeah, it's really bad. It's definitely one of the worst situations ever in gaming. It's very unfortunate that this has happened. So, the playable build, though, what they're saying is, right now it's not fully playable to the public. What they need to do is find a way to backwards hack it to work on a PS5, because I guess what it is it only works on their own internal hardware, but they're thinking people might find a way to do it, you know? Anyway. Alright, let's continue. And by the way, Mario White, for the record, I don't have anything to do with that. I don't know why you keep bringing that up in the chat. It has nothing to do with me at all. It's just, you know, I don't know why you keep saying that. I mean, it's unfortunate, but what exactly would you like me to say about it? No, I have nothing I can say. It's nothing to do with me. Okay. Okay, let's read this.
A message here says there is a panic room in this office. There is also an access code.
9584.
Magnavolt. This Page guy didn't like to let anyone in.
At least the hide and seek game is over.
There you go. 9584. Nothing else. That's it. Okay.
Open sesame.
Wow, there's a PC build on
Sure,
torrents
keep
already.
reminding me of the
So they
delicious
already
sesame
reverse
sprinkled
engineered it
burger buns
overnight.
we
Wow.
haven't eaten yet.
That was fast.
Just delete already.
Wow.
That's the problem. Simon, I can't forget. You're ruining my career.
I think we got her.
Agatha Crane, you are under arrest for the murder of Simon Page.
It was just removing an obstacle.
You have the right to remain silent.
I had the right to do it. He didn't even realize that by blackmailing him, I proved that I'll do anything for the job. What else would you want from a political strategist?
You have the right to an attorney.
This is my attorney.
Oh my god, she's nuts.
I wasn't born to end up in jail. I was born for great things, and only I decide.
You think you're gonna stop Robocop? Engineering 6, your gun is not loaded.
There are no bullets in that gun. The clip is out.
Unpredictable little things. Again, it's frustrating when they ruin even the best schedule.
Everything will go according to plan for the next several decades.
Okay, lady, show's over. You're coming with us.
So if you didn't know that,
I
you might
hope
have
they
accidentally had
throw
to
away
kill
the
her.
key.
We didn't have to because we had
Because of
engineering.
your
That's cool.
cold-blooded murder, I'll have to reheat my burgers.
Wow. Because of your murder, I have to reheat a burger. What a shame. Upgrade chips, and then we've got a new PCB, a brand new one. I kind of like my PCB right now with the full auto, but let's see, for the sake of argument, what the new PCB is. 5.3. Really? Oh man, we might have to try it. I think we might. This has way more. Yeah, it does. All right, let's how do we remove all? Reset. All right, change board. Let's do it. Let's do the 5.3 board. All right, here we go. Should we chip merge? Let's do a few chip merges quick. Oh crap, I don't want to do that. Okay, hold on. Chip merging. No, that's not chip merging. This is chip merging. We'll just do like 3. Whoa, a 31% 4-way. That's crazy. 32%. Wow, we're getting crazy good ones. We'll do one more. We're getting all 30s now. This is nuts. All right, I don't want to use too many because I want to have enough to fill this thing. All right. In fact, you know what? We do have to split the part. So let's split the part. When I come back from the brief break here, we will build this new PCB board. As you can see, this thing has a ton of stuff, right? So we'll see what we can do here. It looks like this one may be able to get the abilities without hitting the detriments. Maybe. The one that you can't do would be the upper left. You get a 30% detriment. The rest, it looks like we could actually hit. Okay, cool. I'll be back shortly. Thank you all. Thanks for enjoying.